Beautiful spring day.
Hey everyone, Rob the Backyard Gardener here. It is bright. I can barely look at you. But anyway, I wanted to take you a little tour of my garden. It's springtime and I've got a few things going on. So I plan on giving you an update on what's on the greenhouse side of the yard, as well as my original side of the yard. And then later today, I'll give you an update on my apple seeds. So, see you in a little bit.
Let's go take a look at what we got going on over here, guys. This is my original side of the yard where I first planted at, and I wanted to kind of point out the potato jungle that we got going on in these pots. These are the Yukon Golds that we planted 3-7. Both of these, and as you can see, they've gotten pretty dang big. If I get down to their level, the seed potatoes are probably planted right about a couple inches off the bottom. So they've been growing. Pretty cool. Now, they're only a month and a half, so they've got about 45 more days. And then over here, if you recall, I don't know if I can get in here, but we've got a little more Yukons. These were grown, sown 312. And then down in here, we've got, where are we at? There we go. We got the Red Chieftain. And these were sown the same day, 312. Anyway, potatoes are going crazy. What else do I got? Oh my goodness, yeah. I've got a lot of lettuce now. I harvested this to make it naked about a week and a half ago. There was literally just the small leaves on these. And the salad bowl and the butter bowl lettuce are doing just fine. And then we got my cilantro doing just well as well. I'm gonna have to harvest all this again today because, you know, it seems like there's just so much of it. Matter of fact, pick a chunk off, eat a chunk. Matter of fact, gonna have to do another one. Not much is better than picking your own food in your garden and eating it while you're gardening.
Yeah,
let's go. Apologize if it's windy today, but I want to catch up on a few things as well. If you recall, I planted 3 black cherry tomatoes over here. Looks like I'm going to have to do a little better staking this time. But on the windy days, they're getting a little tall now. I was trying to get it up a little taller before I do it. But anyway, we got a black cherry tomato here. Another good looking black cherry tomato right here, and a third black cherry tomato right here. Let's see if I can zoom out a little bit. There we go. So they're looking really nice. We've also got those mystery tomatoes. I've got one here, another one sprouted up right here, so we'll leave it there. Anyway, these should be cherry tomatoes. This is what I had over here before was cherry tomatoes, so these are last year's cherry tomato volunteers. And then we also have, which I'm really excited to get these suckers going, is some orange Russelinis. We've got one here. You know, these were planted at the same time as these. It looks like the black cherry grows a little faster than the orange Russelini. But we got one there. We've got another one right here. And a third one right there. I've also got myself some basil. This is that Basil Row I showed you guys. But this is my Basil Row. Kind of cool. And I don't know if you can see it, but take my word for it. On April 3rd, I planted a row of short and sweet carrots. And it looks like they're coming in pretty nicely. Obviously, they're in need of a thin out. I'll wait a little bit longer till they get a little bit taller. And I'll probably thin some of them out. But I definitely want them to be relatively bigger than deformed and small. I had some extra black cherry tomatoes and I didn't want them to go to waste. And this side gets full sun, so I've got another couple of them. One right here and one back there. And again, looks like it's time to restake these. They've gotten tall. We also have, and I don't think you can read that, but trust me, it says Brandywine, and we've got 3 of those. We've got one here, got one here, got one back there. And again, I've got them kind of staked down here, but I'm gonna need to additionally support the tops here pretty shortly. It's a pretty windy day, and now that I can see how much they're blowing around, probably would do them good to get them protected. All right, what do we got as far as peppers? Now, I put these out here a couple of weeks ago. They took a little while to adjust to the sun. I didn't harden them off as well as I wanted, but we got a Banda Majak pepper and another Banda Majak pepper right here. Let's get another look. So they're not doing great yet, but 2 weeks from being indoors to out, we'll take it. We got a caramel boot pepper here, as well as another caramel boot there. So those are 4 hot peppers we got over here. We have got a Jamaican Scotch bonnet, a just recently transplanted white devil's tail, another recent transplant, the Bahamian goat, and then a plant that was kind of diseased, but we brought it out anyway, another Bahamian goat. We'll see if he makes it. And then a chocolate Scotch bonnet right here. In the back, we still have New Mexico Big Jims. I brought 6 out here. These are the 2 survivors. They've adjusted well now. Hey, look at volunteer tomato. How cute. Might leave them there. We got my sunflower here. Looking forward to this sucker getting tall. We got space here. We've got my Caribbean blend pepper. I lost like 20% of this plant, and it's been recovering nicely though. It's starting to get new growth, so it should start producing peppers in the next couple weeks. Got a couple of elephant garlic coming in, so I'm excited about that. And then we've got my red Savina that I was growing indoors. It looks like it's finally, yeah, it's finally starting to get some flowers on it. So that's good. Oh, we even got an open one back there, I just now noticed. So we'll be getting some peppers on that pretty soon. And then I have a couple of more orange Russolini tomatoes right here. Yeah, I went a little overboard on tomatoes this year, guys, but I love tomatoes. So anyway, we got a couple more right there. And then over here, we've got some sugar snap peas. Sowed these about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So we've got a whole row here. And what I plan is for to have them grow up this trellis here. Got enough space to do that. And then I had a few extras that sprouted and I just can't thin them out, so I put these bad boys on this side with this little temporary trellis, but we'll see how they do. And you know, I'm a little disappointed. I planted 6 Blue Lake bush beans, and 1, 2, 3 came up. Didn't get the one there or the 2 over here, so I'm gonna have to be I soaked some seeds last night, so it looks like I'll be putting probably 5 more plants in here, 5 more seeds, and see if I can get them to sprout. And it looks like it's time to give some support to these seedlings so they climb this trellis properly. Okay everyone, that was the update on this side of the yard. We're gonna go take a look on the other. Not much happening over there just yet, but I want to show you anyway. Let's go take a look. Okay everyone, on this side of the garden, this is the side of the garden with my greenhouse. And I haven't done much over here because, as you notice, we're sitting here right around 11:30 in the afternoon, and this side does not get sun until about noon. You can see the sunlight coming over the house now, about noon, and it gets until about 6, so it gets about 6 hours. It's just enough to keep some things healthy. But anyway, they get about 6 hours back here. I have a few more sugar snap peas that I planted on this side. That's what happens when you don't get a lot of sun. Same thing with the sunflower seed. He was planted at the same time as the other one, and he's about 8 inches shorter. So yeah, you can kind of see the lack of sun over here. But I have the space, and we'll just see how it goes. I did plant some G90 corn over here. As the season wears along, this side gets more and more sun. But for right now, it gets about 4 to 6 hours. But I did plant a bunch of G90 corn over here, guys, as well as some jackpot hybrid corn. And let's give you a close-up look at these corns. They just recently sprouted. I only put them in. I only sowed them maybe 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I planted them on 4/13, and today is 4/24, I believe. So 11 days ago. Anyway, they're coming in. We had one that didn't, and I planted 2 seeds in every spot, so we'll have to thin these out. But I noticed we got a hole back there. But oh well, that happens. And then I got a couple of Thompson seedless grapevines. Now, we have to figure out how to trim these, but I'll have another series started on my grapevines. Just wanted to give you a look at them. So over here, guys, I had that store-bought potato patch. We still have some potatoes back there that are doing okay, but this was the store-bought potato patch. I did harvest almost a couple of pounds of potatoes out of it. I had to pull them out early because there was white flies everywhere, and they were already eating away at potatoes. Matter of fact, I also pulled out about a half a pound of spoiled potatoes. I noticed something was wrong because all the potatoes got yellow really fast. Right around day 75, they all got really bad, and I knew it was early, so I had to pull some early potatoes out, guys. They didn't make it. You can even see another store-bought example back there, starting to die off. Good news is we're getting flowers on these, and for all you potato lovers out there, as soon as you see flowers on your plants, you're looking about 3 to 4 weeks before you know the potatoes under the ground are ready to be pulled. So looks like 3 or 4 weeks on these guys right here if they make it. Like I said, a case of the white flies really took it out. I was not planning on posting the video on the potatoes. Maybe I'll insert a picture. Over here we've got a blackberry. Let's take a look. Yeah, we've got blackberry. So we've got one vine here. It was just a stick. It's got a volunteer one coming up down there. I say volunteer, it's just coming from the root ball. And then I planted another one over here, guys, and it struggled. It died in the freeze, and now it's coming back. So we'll let that sucker grow. And then we have this other sunflower as well. You know, I put a few sunflower seeds on this side of the yard so the bees would remember them. And then finally, guys, just a few things over here. We've got the sweet potato that I planted. It's hanging on. Not growing as much as I thought, but you know, it was a store-bought as well. And then I brought out a watermelon seed, guys. I planted this one. It was actually a seed that I had in a seedless watermelon. It was a black seed, and I said, you know what? Let me see if I can sprout it. It sprouted, but it's literally been in suspended animation about this size for about 3 weeks now, other than maybe a little bit of new growth right here, barely. So there it is, and it doesn't even look like a watermelon to me. We'll have to give it some more time.
All right, everyone. Well, that's the update on the garden. I'm probably going to pull out the squash plants today and use that real estate for other things like tomatoes and peppers. I'll probably put a little video. I do have a couple squash to pull, so I'll probably put a little video together on that and share that with you. Other than that, thanks for watching my gardening update, and we'll see you again later on today when I do my apple seed update. Thank you for watching.